Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so what was it, yesterday or day before, we talked about Angela and just how I for one am just over it. I wish TLC would fire her. I find her behavior super problematic. In that video, I did mention Ronald and Tiffany and that we would be talking about Ronald and Tiffany on this channel. I have just found, I was actually excited to see them cast for HEA season 6 because they haven't been on in a while. And, you know, we've seen them on social media. We know that she's not living in South Africa. Carly's only getting older. We hadn't, at the time, heard really any updates about Ronald's visa. So it was like, well, what's going on with these guys? I think they were in a quarantine special and that was it. So I was really excited to see that they were cast for season 6. But my excitement quickly diminished. These two are just not on the same page about anything, and ultimately the only people suffering in this are these children, and that is incredibly heartbreaking and disappointing to see. I don't know how many times we've seen Tiffany this season say that she is not moving to South Africa. But what she's never done is say that to Ronald during a video chat or when she's seen him in person. On the other side of that, there's Ronald, who probably has that inclination if she's never talked to him with any kind of excitement or any kind of planning of moving to South Africa, then I could only suspect that someone with common sense would deduce that she's probably not wanting to move here. But all he ever talks about is that he's going to be able to convince her to move there. He even tries to manipulate Daniel into convincing her to move there. So he knows that this isn't the ideal situation. You know, part of me wants to say, well, let's see what the future holds for this couple. But according to, where did I see it? Either on Instagram or Reddit or somewhere. I think Tiffany returned back to the United States in March. They've been fighting on social media. They've indicated that they were separating, headed towards divorce, which is just so unfortunate. As a parent, I can attest to the fact that it's hard sometimes to remember to put your kids first I like to think that I always put my daughter first, but I'm a human being and I'm fallible. And I realize that that's probably not always the case if I'm being 100% honest. We don't always watch cartoons at home. Sometimes we watch mommy's TV shows. So I get it. I'm not expecting anybody to be a perfect parent. But when you sit there and look at the fact that, you know, I put the fault on both of them. I can't say that Tiffany is in the right. I can't say that Ronald's in the right. You know, the sad thing is, let me start by saying at the end of the day, Ronald has more hurdles to overcome for them to be together than she does. That's just the facts of the matter. That's not, and unfortunately, that does put more of the responsibility to accommodate onto Tiffany. And you know, that's unfortunate, but it's just the reality of the situation, right? And she had a baby with this guy knowing all of that. So she has to take some onus there. You know, Daniel doesn't want to live in South Africa. Tiffany doesn't want to live in South Africa. Okay, well, Carly is his biological daughter. Daniel calls him dad. You've cultivated that relationship. Ronald, you've encouraged and cultivated that relationship as well. And this is just not, I mean, if at the end of the day, if you wanted your whole family to be together, both of them, they would be living together in South Africa right now. Now, I get why Tiffany doesn't want to live in South Africa, and I don't think it really has a lot to do about the country, but about Ronald's effort in what he's putting forth into making a home, a comfortable home for them and a comfortable life for them in South Africa. If, I want to say that, Ronald did put in an effort to make a room for Daniel. There was a crib there for Carly. That apartment looked decent enough. The choice of that blue was kind of in question, and at the end of the day, he seemed to get all of this together super last minute. So if your intention was to convince them, hey, look how great South Africa is. Look at all I'm doing to make sure that you guys have the best life possible here. And you literally, his room still is so potent smelling of paint that he can't even sleep in it. Then really, that's not effort. The other sad thing is how does international shared custody work? I don't even know how that works. At the end of the day, if Ronald can't travel to the United States, it is on Tiffany to ferry those kids to South Africa to be able to spend time with Ronald. And what does that look like? Realistically, to me, what it seems like is that Ronald's going to be on the losing end of this custody battle. And I just think I'm not saying that he deserves that. I'm just saying that looks like that's probably what the reality of the situation is. If he wanted to show how invested he is in his children's lives, people have commented on how just not feasible it would be for him to or just not economically sound it would be for him to buy a pack of diapers and mail them to Maryland. But he could order something off Amazon, I'm sure. And I'm sure it's more so the effort made. It's not hard to get on FaceTime a couple times a day and call that being a dad. But if, he doesn't even want to change a diaper. Oh my God. I cannot believe, I thought Tiffany handled that very well when she was like, you know what? I'm just going to get up and go outside, because my God, I would have come unglued if that were me. I think at the end of the day, these two are probably not going to be living in the same place anytime soon. So regardless of if they're a couple or not, they're going to have to figure out how to allow Ronald time to be a parent if that's what he wants to do. And you know what? Talk is cheap. And, unfortunately for Tiffany, if he wants to see his kids, he should be able to see his kids. And if he can't come to the United States, she has to go there. That's just, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Make sure you like this channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.